Hey, so I am back with another makeup palette review. I said in my, I think it was the Surprise Eggs by I Heart Revolution, really wanted to do a kind of like review and show you the I Heart Violet palette from their chocolate palette range. And I managed to pick it up and I was so happy. I was going to order it online and then I was like, I'll wait just in case it does come into my local store. And then luckily I went into my Superdrug and they had it. They had just one left, like just one, and I grabbed it like a crazy person and I was like, oh my god, I can try this out. I love the purple. I need this palette. So I think the people like stocking shelves were kind of looking at me like, whoa, calm down girl, it's just makeup. So this is the I Heart. They used to be called I Heart Makeup, but I think they've had a kind of new rebranding and updated all their packaging. So this is now called I Heart Revolution instead of I Heart Makeup, and it's kind of their cutesy, kind of more out there packaging range from Revolution. So you have it used to be Makeup Revolution, but now it's just called Revolution, and then you have Revolution Pro, which is kind of, they're more stuff that if you're like a makeup artist and like concealing and contour and all that kind of stuff. But this is the more quirky range, which I love because the packaging is just adorable for the I Heart Revolution. So this is the chocolate palette. This is the newest one they've just come up with, which is called I Heart Revolution Violet. And usually they have kind of chocolatey names like salted caramel and peach and things, but this one's just Violet. So the packaging is pretty similar apart from the name change, and then on the back it does have all of the different shades and it shows you which ones are glitters and mattes, and it also does have a little description now. So it says a selection of 18 matte and shimmer eyeshadows in combination of neutrals with pops of purple. So as well as this being a purple palette, it does have some neutrals in there, so you can kind of take it from like day to night and have it multi-purpose. So you can travel with this and then have like day looks and then also the ones if you want to be a bit more colourful. So I'll open it up and I'll show you inside the palette. So this is the palette out of the packaging and it is beautiful. It is the same, I think this is a little bit different to the other ones. It feels a bit more standy outy like and more drippy. I don't know if that's true, but it seems it's the same design as the other chocolate palettes, but it just seems like it's had a bit of an update or something. So it is just a brown and then it has a nice kind of, I'd say it's kind of like a pastel lilac on the front in the drip. I love that they do this because I have quite a few of these palettes, so when I open my drawer I know which one is like what shade. So I know this is my purple palette and then the other one's either my rose gold. So I think that's really handy if you are a bit of like an eyeshadow collector, so you can just pick it out and not be rummaging around through everything for ages. So I just love the packaging. I think it's adorable and it just looks nice as well if you have it on the side of your table. Purple is my favourite colour, so anything with purple I just love. On the back it just has a little sticker and it says the information of the ingredients and what it said on the box. So if you open it up, it has a very large mirror, which is what I love about these palettes because it is good for travel, or if you're staying around somewhere and you don't have a mirror, this is like perfect for doing your full face. So it's really handy. They've also had an update on the pan of the palette. So before you used to get a little what are they called, the kind of cheapy eyeshadow brushes where it's kind of like foamy material. I can't remember what they're called now, but you had one of those in here, and to be honest I didn't really use it. I did sometimes if I travelled and I forgot to bring like a spare eyeshadow brush, but really I didn't use it. So it's good they took it out because it used to fall out a lot and that was kind of annoying. And it also means that you get some more shades. So they do have in the other palettes, I think it was like 2 bigger shades, more like neutral kind of base shades. So in here we have 18 shades instead, so you get more eyeshadows for your money basically. These are now $8.99, so I think they have gone up in price a little bit, but obviously they've reformulated everything and you get more in there. So at the top it has some neutrals. It also has the names of the eyeshadows written on the pan, which I'm so happy for because I love the names of all of the colours. However, I used to have a sheet which was very helpful for protecting the mirror, but it had all the names on, and then I'd be putting it upside down or it would fall out and I'd lose it, and I'd just like to know what one is called what. So I'm kind of happy that it's actually in the pan now, so you can forever see what the names are. So at the top you have Prevail, which is just kind of a really neutral base colour, like a skin colour for me, and then next to it is Pastimes, which is more of a matte, kind of a cool taupey brown. Next to it is Levity, which is the same colour as Pastime but in kind of a shimmer shade. Conjure next to that is, I don't know what you would call that, maybe a kind of like teddy brown, if that makes sense, kind of like an orangier brown, which is a matte. Idolize next to that is also a more warmer brown to Pastime, and then next to it is a purple, which is Amethyst, and that is a really lilac shimmer colour. Onto the second row you have Vitalize, which is more of a kind of a mustardy light brown colour. Next to that is Wine, which is obviously a just matte wine colour, so a purpley wine. Revive is more of a browny shimmer colour with a bit of fleck of gold and purple in. Cultivate is a more purplier bronzy colour than Revive and is a shimmer. Violacious next to that is a very true purple with violet shimmers through. Praise, I thought this one was going to be more purple, but this is actually quite a brown shimmer colour but with purples running through it. And onto the last row you have Desired, which is a matte very dark purple. Next to that is Vaudeville, I think that's how you pronounce it, Vaudeville, and it's a very orangey warm brown, which is a matte colour. Next to that is Curfew, which is a bit like the shade Desired. It's a very kind of dark purple, but it is a shimmer. And then Mulberry, which is obviously a mulberry colour. It's a very kind of pinky purple colour, a bit burgundy. Then my favourite colour in the pan, which is Forsaken, which is a very pinky purple. It's more on the pink side than on the purple side. So it's kind of like a fuchsia-y purple. Then the last colour in the pan, which is Expedite, and that is a matte, which is also a purple, but it's more of a like muted dusky purple. So that is all of the pan, and I love it. I do like it. I have got some on today, so I did test this palette out. I am wearing Prevail just as a base colour on my eyes. It was a little bit chalky. It wasn't the best for having a base because it did kind of fall out a lot. Some of these colours did fall out because purples are quite hard to formulate. Anything that's dark colours, they do kind of fall out more. Though I do have some dark colours which don't do that, so I don't know if this one just needs a bit more practice or a different brush, but it is pigmented and still works well, but you do get a bit of fallout. I actually did my eyeshadow after my foundation today, so it did fall out onto my foundation, which was a little bit annoying. The other colour I put on, which was my favourite, which I wanted to test out for a look for Hyper Japan, was Forsaken, and it is beautiful. This is my favourite colour for sure. It is purple, but it's more of a pinky purple. It's a really hard colour to describe. It does blend out really nicely. They are pigmented, so I had to be very careful because I put a lot on and I was just like, whoa, that is pink. I also then use Desired, which is the dark matte purple, to use in my crease and kind of blend it out. And as well as that, I had Amethyst, which I put on the top of my lid and kind of blended to give it a bit of like shimmer, so I didn't just have a matte look. And the last colour I used was, I think it was Violacious, and I put it in my corners and just kind of wanted to test out what the darker shimmer purples looked a bit more like. So overall, I am very happy with this palette. I love purples, and this look I've created today I'm really happy with, and I think I'm going to use this for when I go to Hyper Japan. I wear a lot more purpley pinks when I go and I'm a bit more crazy, so this palette is definitely perfect for that. But they also have a lot of neutrals in, so I can use this day to day, get a lot of use out of it, so it's not something where it's got so much colour and you'll only use it now and then for a certain event. I love purples. I have green eyes, so it kind of complements my eyes quite a lot, but if you love purples and also neutrals and mix mixing them together, then definitely get this palette. It also smells like chocolate, which is a plus for me because I love anything what's sweet scented. So comment down below what you think of this palette, if you think you'll purchase this, or if you have it already and if you love it, and if you don't love it, and tell me why. I'm very excited for any new launches. They are doing so many new launches at Revolution and I Heart Revolution. They have some new concealers out, which are the colour correcting ones. I've got the white one on today, so I might do a full face of Revolution. Let me know down below if you'd like me to do that. But overall, I am extremely happy and I just love it. I just love it. The packaging just kills it, and the formulation is pretty darn good for $8.99 for 18 shades in a palette. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'd love it if you could comment down below and we'll have a little conversation. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or my Facebook page, I'll have them all linked below in the description so it's easy to find and get to. I shall have some videos coming up very soon and some vlogs, so I hope to see you then.